That's my wizard.
Yeah, I'm using window capture, and it's still showing a black screen.
I've used game capture before, so.
Well, that explains why yours isn't working. There must be something wrong with my settings somewhere.
All right.
Just use desktop capture, and then
no,
let's get this going.
I'm going to use window capture, and it's working.
So
okay.
Just to make sure, we have 4 players, right? We have Valandal, Reverence, Tyran, and Namfoodle.
Yeah, we're missing Nick and Johnny.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I have everybody's token set up properly on the map that we're going to go to. Okay. Yeah, no, I think we are just about ready. I wanted to say a few things right before we get started, and then we can get going. Is everyone, like, does anyone need to run and get a drink, go to the bathroom, anything like that?
I'm good.
I'm ready.
I have to go to the grocery store.
I'm good.
No grocery store for you.
Do we have the stream up so that Nick can hear whatever your important key things you have to say?
Oh, I mean, those things I'm also going to just throw in a Google Doc so people can see it.
Is there a super secret DM channel?
It's called private messages.
Yeah, it's private messages since there's only 2 of us. That's a good point. I should open that.
Happy Gala.
She tried.
And then I'm going to...
All right, so yeah, the things I wanted to say. I mean, some of it's kind of obvious, but just to get people in the right mood, right? This is not going to be like your typical MMO CRPG. And when I say that, I mean that it's super collaborative, right? We have an idea of where the story will go, but it is going to be up to you guys a lot to kind of figure out what your characters would be doing and where you would like to go. And you should also be telling us if you really liked something or if you didn't like something, right? So like we can work on the way it is being run and things that we're doing, that sort of thing. And to that end, there's actually a mechanism in D&D 5th edition called inspiration. And what that is whenever you do something that we think is really cool in terms of like playing your character really well, even though maybe it's not like your min-maxing optimal way that you would do it, but he whips around, takes down Kenny Duty with the triple, and that's just a little gold star that you can turn in for an advantage on any roll whenever you want. So it's just a way to reward good role playing, and we will be trying to use that a good bit. Like, maybe once a session or something like that, we'll be handing that out to somebody. I think that's about it. Hold on one sec. I wrote down.
So we're not supposed to stab people to figure out if they're plot relevant.
No.
3.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
If your character would do, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your character, I guess. But yeah, and again, like as opposed to MMOs, like if you come across, a quote unquote monster, that doesn't mean that it doesn't have its own backstory, right? Like we are going to try and make things not quite cut and dry, like a kobold spawn. Like if you come around the corner, like there's a reason the kobold is there. There's a reason it's doing what it's doing, that sort of thing.
Free the kobolds.
Free the kobolds, indeed. That's not to say that you have to agree with it and not attack it, but we're trying to make the world a little more alive than some of these other things. And it will be like, this is, I think, most people's first time playing something like this. It's like I haven't DM'd in a while, so it'll be a bit of a rusty start for everyone, but that's fine. So feel free to message us and let us know how it's going.
Are there like improv rules that we should be following? Like always agree with somebody?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, it's the one thing I will say is if either of us DMs in trying to expedite things say like, oh, your character sees this, and we'll try not to, but sometimes we'll say and does this and reacts this way, feel free to say know, right? Because you guys
Right.
are the authors of your characters. But sometimes we will try and push things along. Having said that, don't be a dick to your fellow players, right? So your characters can be not the bestest of friends, but as players, do try and respect the other players. I mean, you guys are all friends from well before this, so I'm not too worried about that. But that is something that you see on the D&D Reddit at least weekly about somebody going murder hobo on their own character.
Gotcha.
But yeah, without further ado, why don't we get started in this? So everyone's been kind of given their, I think especially you four. Yeah, everyone of you four has a pretty solid reason for coming to Nightstone.
Yes.
I'm not going to share that with anyone else. If you want to share that, that is perfectly fine. But I think for the purpose of the story, you guys had all been traveling more or less at the same time. You guys are arriving at Nightstone around the same time. And to give some context, I think this was given to you guys before, but just as a reminder, Nightstone is a very small village. It's about halfway between Waterdeep and Daggerford, which is kind of they're fairly large cities in the area. And this trail or this town is going to be about 10 miles off of the main track, right? So it's kind of remote. But you guys have your reasons for being there. You're all going to be together already. You guys can figure out how it is, how much you guys have told each other, etc. But so let's see here. So yes, so you guys are getting close to Nightstone, and as you guys are approaching, you start hearing the ringing of a bell. I mean, and when I say ringing, I'm not talking about the bell chiming rhythmically to time the hour or a call to prayer or anything. It's just kind of clanging all over the place, very, very discordant, very chaotic. And it's growing louder and louder as Nightstone comes into view.
So we're all in a traveling party?
Yeah, you guys are all going to be together. No, it's just you four. Like, there's no other reason for people to have been traveling that direction. So I'm going to switch maps for you guys. So in Roll20, you should now see a new map. Did that work for everybody?
It's blurry as shit, but sure. Oh,
It's loading.
Yeah, it's probably
Still
loading.
blurry, but it's okay.
And it's really
Such big
zoomed
letters.
in.
Hold on.
Yeah, it is a bit. Oh God. What did I
Okay,
do?
nice. Roll20 is very confused when I zoom out.
Yeah, it's off to the left a bit, is the alignment.
Well, so I think it's what if I hold Alt.
Okay, I tried to scroll left and I went back in my browser, so I'm reloading.
Good stuff.
Mine does that too, if I'm not careful.
So did that bring you guys to the map?
I'm already
I
on the
found
map.
forest.
I zoomed all the way
No,
up.
like, am I recentering it for you?
No, it's not moved for me.
Oh, it is
Oh,
moving for me.
how do I
It is
see myself?
It's moving on my other window that I've got open with the character sheet in front of the map, but on this one, because I zoomed all the way out, it didn't do anything.
So if you hold Alt and do mouse wheel, you'll
Oh, okay,
do
that's how you
zoom.
do the zoom in on that. I was
Yeah.
using that little bar, and it was really annoying.
Yeah. No, Alt.
Right click and drag moves you around as well.
So as you guys are approaching, you're approaching from the south, right? There's a fairly small trail. It's about 10 feet wide, and you guys are approaching, and you see, that it's a pretty large structure, right? So if you go down to the side view, this is what you guys can see. It's in the middle of a river. There's a lower structure that's all walled in. You can see a windmill. You can see a few buildings over the top of it. And then there's the larger kind of castle area that is separated. But you do notice that, I mean, there's the bell clanging and all that, but you notice, a few things. Like there's, how did I do it before? Isn't it shift and click? Oh, that's right. I have to change. Okay.
Okay.
When you see this church, for example, there's a huge hole in the top, right? When you look at the castle, the side of the castle has these massive holes in it. Okay.
Okay.
And as you're getting closer and closer, you see, that there's a lot of damage that has been done to this town. And if you're looking here, the bridge connecting the two is collapsed in the middle. Okay, so something has happened to this town. And go. You guys are currently looking at this scene of devastation. You don't see anybody. What are you guys gonna do?
Is there smoke or anything? Does it look like this is recent damage?
So there's no smoke, there's no fires or anything like that. As far as recent damage, I mean, what are you thinking? Oh, and you guys should hold on one sec. You guys do see your characters down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you zoom in. Okay, yeah. So that's where you guys currently are.
So we're pretty far away from the entrance.
Yeah.
And this nearest dark area is the castle, so we'd have to go all the way up to the
city.
top area to get to
yeah.
the town.
Correct. So
That-
up
that
here,
wall's not scalable or anything.
you guys can see that there is a drawbridge and it is currently down.
Right.
But you don't
That
see
could-
anybody. You just
That
hear
could
this
just be
clanging.
because they're expecting us, to be fair.
And there's a big
I'm
spooky
concerned
statue with a
about the
lady
hole.
right up there.
Sorry, say again?
And there's a big spooky statue of a lady's head up there.
I think that's a compass.
I think that's the north, east, west, south.
I think that's a compass, John. So
Don't-
do we see anything on the road ahead of us? Because we can see quite far ahead of us, right?
Mhm. Yeah, no, you can see all the way to
it's
town. No,
pretty
you
clear.
don't see anything. There's no people, nothing like that.
I think we ride in slow and keep our guard.
Is somebody ringing the bell? Is that why it's clanging like that?
I mean, you
Is
hear it
dangling?
clanging.
Is it dangling loose? I ask my party.
I know. What time is it? Maybe it's supper time?
Okay, so that's a good question. What time is it? It's about midday.
Oh,
Could be noon, or it could be they're expecting us,
could be.
celebrating our arrival.
Sounds like lunch.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's.
We're pretty awesome
suspicious.
people.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright,
I'm
you
guessing
guys
the
run
first step
ahead
is good.
and I will watch.
Sure.
Very brave. Very, very brave. I'm
Yeah.
guessing the Infall have no problem going forward.
Who's
Can
this
you guys
ball?
actually move your tokens?
Yeah, I can do. I think I have to scroll all the way in to do it because I like the zoomed out view and the characters are tiny.
Okay, I'm gonna move ahead
Alright.
slowly, following the party, like quite
Oh,
closely.
no, I'm
but-
on the draw thing. Someone needs to clean that. Sorry.
Wow.
All right.
I guess
I
we
will
just.
follow the back of the line.
Do we see? Oh God, Val, that's a big jump. You might want to check where you're going first. Do we see anything as we get closer?
Nope, you're not noticing anything. All right, as you guys are getting about here, so you guys see my ping, right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
do notice that the tower here. So if you like, this is they have these stone towers that are going over the palisades. You notice this one looks like it has been the back half of it has been destroyed. So let me polygon
So-
reveal. Hold on one sec.
Something has been going on inside the town. It's not the outside.
Right,
It's
so you see that
strictly
now?
the inside.
So there's that. This is either a really shitty town or something bad happened.
Something
I
bad
don't-
happened, but from the inside.
Oi! I shout.
I don't think they can hear you that far.
Yeah, all you don't hear an echo come back. You don't hear anybody calling. All you hear is the clanging of this bell just continuing
Can
to
we
go.
can we investigate the path before we go any further?
Okay, sure. What are you
like-
searching for?
Anything that could be like dangerous in any way, like a trap or something hiding in the area. There's some trees. People could be hidden behind trees.
All right, yeah. So that would be a perception roll.
Just straight perception or investigation.
Perception. Investigation is actually more like researching something in a library. So 12. Yeah.
I
So
see
you don't.
nothing.
No. You can't ever say that. That's boring, right? No, from here, I mean, it looks like a well-traveled path. You see, footprints going back and forth, some ruts from carts, that sort of thing. But you don't see anything like, wires held over, or like it's clear, right? It's not like somebody has tried to make a pit trap or anything with leaf cover or anything like that. It's just a trail, a well-traveled trail.
Well, I'm convinced. I'll go forward.
Alright.
I'm not staying behind.
Keep up, lass. Don't want to fall behind. I'm fast, but not that fast.
Okay, so you guys are proceeding cautiously, right? Oh.
No.
Oh,
We're
Val's adventurous. I'm
All
gonna
right, so
stay
yeah.
behind Val and let him fall into the trap that's inevitably waiting.
So as you guys
I'll just
approach,
shout, "Good luck!" as he runs forward.
you do notice that there is kind of a lot of let's say like footprint activity off in this direction.
Okay,
It looks
can
like
we,
a large number of people went this way.
can we like look at them more and find out what the footprints might be of?
Sure.
What would you want us to roll for that?
That's that's probably going to be more on the lines of, I mean, so for example, perception is looking
See
to
if you see
identify
anything.
something, right?
Mm.
But if you're trying to actually kind of get details of it, on that, I'm probably going to want a survival from somebody. And you guys can roll what you can do is you can do a group check as well. And that means everybody rolls it, and at least half of you have to succeed.
Survival check? Right?
I have never seen these
Survival.
footprints before, team. Neither has John.
Don't know. How do I roll that?
So on your character sheet, it will say survival under the skills on the left, next to the stats.
On the
It's at the bottom of the skills list, where it says acrobatics and stuff like that. If you just click on survival, it'll roll it for you.
Perfect. Oh, that's a crit too. Okay, so
I see things.
while Enif and John are kind of sitting there staring and putting their hands in it, trying to figure out how wide it is, etc. I mean, Vol and
their feet.
Vol and Straw immediately notice that there's actually two fairly distinct sets of tracks. Traveling north is a large group of what seems to be human-sized feet, and there's a large group of them, right? Probably a dozen, maybe 2 dozen, and they're all traveling north, but coming back up, kind of parallel, right? So off to the side a bit, but following them back are what look like very large wolf tracks, but they're definitely not. They're not tracking. They're not going north. They're coming from the north to the south, and you see them come to the road, and then you can't actually see anything more on the road.
Puppies.
Oh, this doesn't
Big
look
puppies.
good. Look good, lads.
Doesn't look good at all.
What did we ping for?
I misclicked.
Yellow wolf tracks.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at this bridge before we go any further. Suggest.
Like the idea.
Oh God, Vol stepped on the bridge.
I shout, "Hello, anybody!"
Vol is drowned instantly.
So again, you don't hear any response. I mean that bell that is going is at this stage almost deafening. I mean it is incredibly loud.
Turn dances.
Is it coming from the left or the right? Where is it? Where is it?
It is. You can now tell that it's coming from somewhere over in this region. You're getting closer, and so let me do some more reveals here. So is that actually revealing? No. Wrong button. Okay. I just have to outline the building real quick.
It's okay.
And you guys can always reference down to that side view because that's basically what you guys could see before. But you can see this building over the top of the palisade. It's the one that looks like a church steeple, and you're pretty certain that that's where the bell is coming from. The noise is definitely coming from that direction.
Yeah, let's.
And as you get closer to the bridge, you can see that there's these chains that are going up to the two little stone towers that appear to be completely intact, right next to the entrance, and it's obviously a drawbridge.
Yeah.
And the mechanisms are going up into those things.
Can
And
we
you
tell
can also
whether-
start seeing kind of down the path a bit.
Can we tell whether anybody is manning the drawbridge just from looking around?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. All right, so you can see kind of down that way now, right?
So we
So
literally
you
see
don't see
nobody.
anybody. That's still completely deserted. You don't see anybody up on the parapets. I mean, there's obviously that's what should be happening, right? There should be guards kind of standing on top of there patrolling.
Okay,
But you don't
turns
see.
forward, he walks in the door.
But as you look through, you do notice.
Wait.
You do
I think we should
notice
bang on the chains.
a huge boulder kind of down in the path a little bit.
Hey guys, there's a big boulder here.
Don't like the look of this, lads.
All right, so you guys are going forward.
Yeah.
I think we should bang on the chains. Okay.
Bang on the
Sure.
Shouted
I'm sure
and
it's fine.
called and nobody came. I'm thirsty.
I will
Definitely.
blow a loud note through my horn.
Hold on 1 sec. Let
Okay,
me
we would
kind of give you
definitely-
guys a bit
okay,
more
Okay.
Vision.
vision here. Yeah. Except I'm pretty sure I just drew. It's okay. I keep selecting the wrong tool. Give me a sec.
Okay.
You guys know this is extremely dangerous. Generally, people don't like it when you march into their fortified cities.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, they left no guards and the bridge open.
Yeah, the gate was open. I don't see warning sign. Tell us off.
I feel
All
like
right.
I'm gonna make that Ian's catchphrase. I don't know what you're talking about.
There is a lot
So
of
you
boulders.
see
Bunch of
exactly.
boulders
You now see so up here. This is the church, right? It looks fairly intact. That's definitely at this stage. You can definitely tell that's where the rigging is from, right? I mean, it's coming from your left. It's deafening. It's still discordant. You can see a lot more of these boulders throughout the area. To your right is what looks like a little farmstead. It's a little fenced-in area with
pretty
rows of
abandoned, really.
plants.
Who puts a farm at the doorway?
I suppose.
That's the first thing that's gonna get destroyed when someone marches in. It's poor planning.
Think if they get in at all, it's over.
But you do see, so yeah, this is what you see. You also do notice, there are the doors in the bottoms of those towers
Are they open?
to each side. They are not open.
Okay. I want to try and open this one.
Okay, yeah, it just pushes straight open.
Alright,
Inside,
that's-
you can see that there is a ladder going up to the roof.
Okay.
And
Just a ladder,
there's
nothing else.
let me double check here. Yeah, just a ladder. I mean, there's like a chair down at the base, but it doesn't look
what
like
can I
anyone's
do,
supposed to be really doing
team?
anything down there.
Seems there was a siege, lads.
Can I loot the chair?
Can you loot the chair?
Oi, let that chair down. We don't need it. We need to check the church
if I
out.
climb up to the top of the ladder, what happens?
Okay, yeah, you climb up to the top of the ladder. You're now on a slight, a platform. You see
I
a
see
very
it.
large winch for the, that goes down to the end of the drawbridge, and you could.
Do
I mean,
I see any further into the town? Or is it the height?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, okay. So you turn town. Why don't you roll me a perception?
Yeah. Rolling's the best.
13 and 17. Okay. Why don't I give you how much vision here? Oh, hi, puppy. Yes, I know. NF is being very silly.
That's being smart. It's using your brain.
All right. Actually, I probably could give you a bit more vision than that. Okay.
Gotta be
So
honest,
yeah, you
Go
can
ahead.
definitely see further. You can see now into the town square.
Mhm.
Right, so that's this
Okay.
area. You notice a few more boulders. You notice what looks like a very large gouge in the middle of it.
Mhm.
Okay.
You see what looks like a well that is covered. It's not actually one of those, pull a
Yeah.
bucket up little structure things. It's just like a little slab that is pulled over a hole. And more importantly, you see two fairly large wolf-like beasts that currently appear to be they're gnawing on something, and they're kind of taking snaps at each other while eating something.
Okay. Do they look hostile?
They don't. They look like okay. So you're what? You're a dragonborn, right?
Yes.
They are taller than you are. They're pretty large and vicious looking.
So they look like they probably want to eat us.
I mean, they're currently eating something else.
So they're distracted, is what you're trying to tell me.
Is there much left of what they have?
So
I obviously
ignoring
farm
the thing on the back, this is what they look like.
Okay. But there's no goblin riding them.
There's no goblin riding them.
Okay.
They're not the most friendly.
Okay. I obviously I just give a call out, but not a loud call out to the party to let them know that there's some beasts up ahead. And like, oi, there's some wargs or wolves or big wolf-like creatures up ahead. Pretending I don't know the name, obviously.
Well, let's make a.
So is everyone kind of going up to get their own look at this?
No.
I also suggest that someone climbs the other tower and shuts the gate.
Why would you want to lock us up with two huge ass wolf-like beasts?
Because
Well,
there
guys,
could
we're
be someone
probably
coming.
safe if we go up the ladders.
Yeah, I mean wolves can't climb.
Okay, I'm
Are
going
you
upstairs.
sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
shouting up to
I
them
am
to
not
ask
going
if
to
they have
run from
much
these things. I'm going up the ladder. Goodbye.
I think that we'd be safer from attacks from behind if we close the gate.
I'm not staying
I mean,
down then. Oh.
It's a sound strategic mind.
Now, do remember, you still have this bell kind of
Right.
covering your
noise.
discussion.
Yeah.
I'm mostly
It's
worried
not-
about the bell. I wanted to stop.
I wanted to stop too, but it's saving us right now.
I really like the bell. I'm
Might be.
enjoying the speed.
Bar down the doors, draw your bows, and let's get those things. I need boots.
Now would probably be a good time to point out I don't actually have any ranged weapons.
I give him a look, like
And let's see here. This is
52 feet.
about. I'm trying to remember if this is actually
I have
accurate. Yeah, I think this is
spells.
about
You get them
50-ish,
close, I can
60-ish feet. So
Let's close the gates, and then if they
I think
don't,
let's leave the gate open and close the doors behind us and bar them with the chairs. I knew these chairs would come in useful.
before we make a lot of noise, why don't we just figure out? Can we actually fight these things from the top of ladders?
I mean, we're not on the top of the ladder, right? There's a platform at the top.
We're like on a
Yeah,
watchtower.
but I mean, we have to shoot down.
Yeah, so if we barricade the doors of the buildings that we're in, then they can't get in. So we just have to shoot down in front of us. It's like basically if someone's sieging a castle, you have the high ground advantage.
All right.
It's
Well,
flawless.
I can probably get their attention.
I,
Let's
Do you
barricade
want
the
their
doors
attention?
first.
I
Right,
draw
I
my longbow.
I suggest we barricade the doors. These chairs are going to come in useful, so we block the doors up with the chairs. Presume whoever's on the other tower does the same thing. Is it me and John on one, or is it me and Vol on one?
I'm in the bottom tower.
Same.
Yeah, it looks like
Tyron.
I like this
all
setup.
on the top.
So yeah, I'll go down and barricade our tower, and then either Straw or John can barricade their tower.
Fine, I can barricade our tower.
Okay.
Okay. So and I climb up to the top, and then obviously I wait for the ranged people to attract attention.
Okay, I climb up to take a look at what's actually going on with the wolves or the beasts.
Who has the most powerful? Let's not waste spells here. Let's use like.
I have a
two
longbow, lad.
Let's
We're
get the
not-
longbow guy to do
I
it.
can send out some harmless sparks that will probably get their attention, or a bang.
No, let's do some damage. Let's let Vol fire an arrow at them.
So, do keep in mind, right? Like, don't approach it too much like it's a raid party, right? Where you're trying to figure out your optimal thing. Like, what are the characters thinking here? I mean, you've come into a deserted town.
Every
There's
time I
clanging,
start
you see these huge beasts.
Oh,
Are you
there's a
sure you
wild
guys want to fight them?
animal.
Like, is that the approach here?
It looks like there's
absolutely wants to
an
fight.
Yeah.
and somebody has and the town has been abandoned. I'm thinking werewolves, and I think those might be the townsfolk over there.
Oh. Are they werewolves, Master Gnome?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Oh, well, so if Nim thinks they're werewolves, why don't we get a roll from him? Let's do a straight up int, I think, here. Or is knowledge? I'm trying to remember. Knowledge isn't one, right? Yeah, let's just do a straight up int roll. All right.
Oh wait, no. How about nature? I guess they
I'm
already
thinking
rolled.
int. I'm thinking int here.
That's an int save you did as well, not an int roll.
I mean, they're a little larger than people, but you haven't actually experienced werewolves before, so
I don't
it's
think they're
entirely
werewolves.
possible.
Oi, Master Gnome, what's a werewolf?
Turin actually laughs at that.
Well, they're people that can be turned into wolves, and back and forth, and sometimes sometimes they want to, and sometimes they don't.
Well,
Who knows?
why don't we try talking to them then, if they're werewolves?
I can probably get their attention by talking to them. I have a horn that can amplify my voice, probably.
I have a little concern that there might be other things we haven't seen. How
I'm just
many
gonna
footprints
stand
did we
back.
actually see out there
Let's
coming
try
into
not
the town?
to be too loud, I would suggest. The bell's covering us, but let's try and dispatch of these two now whilst we can see them. And
Well,
get
and keep
this-
in mind that, so, not to be too much of a Debbie Downer, but it's loud, you're right next to it, and you're trying to be, like, what are you doing? You're shouting at each other here?
Probably, because,
discussion.
like, me and Tyron can talk, but I assume, like, shouting to the other tower is probably what we do.
We can talk between the clangs.
Hey, over.
Doable.
I say we go for the fight and get
Can
some.
we be shooting them?
I think
Okay.
we should.
So,
Well,
let us...
It would be nice if we could incapacitate them somehow, but I don't see how. They're probably
Doesn't
It's
Ball
probably a
attack
bad
first
idea.
and then we roll
I
initiative?
have a net.
No, so you're going to get a surprise round is how this is going to work. So if you go to your character sheet,
Okay.
you should be able to roll initiative. Where is it, though?
At the top.
second column.
Okay, but it
top.
doesn't auto-add?
But it says you have to right-click a token and choose Add Turn.
Okay, yeah, do that. Instead of rolling initiative, I guess.
Mine didn't.
Where do you
right-click.
right-click the
Add
token?
Investigation.
And Kree, I don't actually remember.
Intimidation.
Did it show you the name of the monsters and whatnot when I added them to turn order?
I don't
You
see.
don't remember, right? No, no,
from
like,
last time.
yeah, from when you're on the player perspective. I can't remember if it just shows the picture or it actually shows the
I
name.
can't remember either.
Okay.
I'm trying to right click my token. I don't see the add turn.
You might.
You have to roll and then do it because I got 21. I did.
Yeah, I
roll.
see you, and I can add turn, but it says 0, so we'll just do 21.
I think it did show the name of the monster.
Yeah. And then Valandil did.
I mean, the characters wouldn't know the name of the monster, but we already do because we saw the handout, right?
Right. I suppose that's true. So let me add them in.
There has to be some trust there. We have to just pretend we don't know the name, even if we do.
Trust the players? What is wrong with you?
This is not the game for that.
And we should be
Oh,
able
John was
to
sharing the screenshot to show people where to click.
descending. Okay.
I found. It's good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So it's Tyran's turn first.
I will hold my action until the wolves get within. Let me check. They're already in 60, right?
Yeah.
But they wouldn't be able to hear me saying anything to them from this distance because of the bells, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I mean, let's put it this way.
I can't vicious mockery them from this range, even though it's 60 feet because of the bells.
Yeah, you think they probably could not hear you. I mean, you can't hear them. I mean, you see them. They're continuing to kind of rip into whatever it is, but you don't actually hear their snarls or.
So I'll hold my action
motions.
until they get within a range where they can hear me viciously mock them.
Okay.
So that's down to your decision because you're the DM.
Reverence. Do you want to do anything, Straw?
I'm sorry again. People are talking to me.
Oh, so it's your turn. Is there anything you want to do, or you want to kind of sit and stay for now?
I would like to take a closer look at those beasts. What are they knowing at? What are they actually
roll me a
like?
perception.
Sure. Just give me a second because clicking buttons. Perception. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, you can't really see. You're kind of squinting your eyes, and all you see is it's definitely red. Like there's blood from what it looks like, but
I can't
really
click my
see
token anymore.
But yeah, I don't really want to attack them. I would
because it's not your
say
turn.
I don't want to disturb those two. But I will see how it winds out.
All right, Valandil, the brave.
I draw my longbow and shoot.
All right.
This is.
Okay, and it's what? So it's less than 150. So
the
your
damage roll is not plus. Wait, why is it +3 dex but then +2 proficiency?
Because you're proficient with the weapon.
Okay.
Is that right? That does seem high.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of the starting stuff seems high and
+5.
Well, they also
longbow
have.
Seems
I am
ridiculous.
proficient, so I have.
I mean, everybody starts with a proficiency though. +5 is like magic weapon territory.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, but I looked into it, and that's actually what a lot of your starting weapons do if you're proficient in them.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Let me double check real quick.
like our base
I mean,
stats are slower.
This is a conversation I had with Vol the other day, but we both looked at the same ruling, and that's what it
I
says.
had my dex, which roll 20 adds, and I had my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, no, that doesn't feel large for me for 5e.
Okay.
It's not the weapon that's giving you +5; it's you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, we could take a closer look afterwards, but it's fine for now. So to roll damage, you definitely do hit. You know, I
Oh,
assume you're aiming at the one that's closest.
yes, I am aiming.
Its backs to you. It's it's kind of fighting and snarling with the other one, and you hit it right in the back
Okay.
with your shaft. So if you click on longbow in your roll, it actually should roll damage for you.
7?
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it hits and it makes a little. I mean, it very obviously hits, but you can't hear anything because it's still clanging away. But it definitely jerks and kind of turns around.
I think you made it mad.
Oh boy.
All right, so it's still surprised, so it doesn't get any actions this turn. It's Namfoodles.
There's actually not much I can do right now unless I want to just attract a lot of attention. And I don't think I want to do that. I really wanted to investigate a little more before we did this, you guys. Okay.
Keep in mind that the party can have inter-party discussions. You don't have to.
That's what we're having right now.
This is exactly what's happening.
Well, I don't want
I
to.
wanted to do research.
I'm taking my turn to berate everyone else.
I understand, Master Gnome, but sitting in a
By
tower.
the way, I also want to know. I'd like to investigate those boulders since this is my good chance to do this.
I mean, we'll have plenty of time once we kill the wolves.
Why would you want to kill them? All of
Obviously
the
eat
things.
people.
How are you
All right.
sure that they eat people?
So the
You're
warg-
not sure what are they eating.
The other warg continue like it hasn't noticed anything wrong. It's taking the opportunity of its companion kind of jerking up and just really getting into whatever it's getting into over there. So it is back to Tehran's turn.
Well, they're not really domesticated, are they?
No.
Not really, but
They still cannot hear me, can they?
Nope.
I'm
But you
still
can try.
really regretting not adding a crossbow or a bow at this point. I will again hold until it gets within range of hearing my voice.
Okay. Reverence?
I'm just kind of face palming in the corner right now.
Yep. All right. I like it. Landil, the only person that is
Able to damage
able
currently.
to shoot things.
I look at the disappointments in my party members' faces. And I'm like, I shrug. Like, I don't know what to do. And then I shoot another arrow.
I don't know. Never mind. Let's keep shooting.
Might have rolled twice.
First one was good.
Okay.
And then just click the longbow for the damage. It does hit. All right. It had turned around, and this one catches it like right solid in the chest, and it definitely appears wounded.
Well done.
You can move, but you're probably not moving around that much.
Yeah, we're pretty much stuck in a tower right now, waiting for them to come close.
Okay. This warg. I mean, it's injured, it's hurt, it's angry, and it starts kind of sniffing the air a bit, and immediately hones in on Vol.
Oh, bloody
and
hell.
apparently saw where the other shaft came from. And it just starts charging at you guys. So it's...
I got closer.
It comes right up here and it throws itself against this door here.
So we're up on top of the parapets, right?
Yeah. So outside of character, let's see how many hit points this door has.
So it rams into it. Actually, let me double check really quickly the rule for doors.
Yeah, is looking up hit points for door.
Out of character, I think you're boned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Have you ever seen a wolf climb?
It's a warg, not a wolf.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the dexterity to climb a ladder. If it was
Why
like
not?
a tree, fair enough. A ladder?
You might want to take that ladder up.
I mean, I can just destroy it. Right?
Good luck getting down.
I'm sure we can figure out a way. We've got a wizard, right?
Not that kind of wizard. Uh,
Well, we're
I
enterprising
could have
people.
sworn it was in here. All right, it's bashing into it.
Can it hear me?
It shoulders into the door, and you can hear the chair kind of rock back, but it does hold for now. And yeah, it is now right below you and can hear you.
I would
if you
like
want
to use vicious mockery.
Yeah, you're ready. Mm-hmm.
And I would like to make fun of its mother. I need to think up a suitable warg and insult.
doesn't it have to be able to understand you?
It need not understand you.
So it's actually, don't think of it as the insult being the damage. It's the insult is carrying his arcane frustration with the world. I mean, he was bullied as a kid, and
Hey,
It's the
Was
intent
I?
behind the word. You're gonna
Weren't
be
you?
understood. Your insult.
they
the
don't
fact
know
that
that.
Insulting
they
can
don't
be
know that.
understood in any language.
What's a good warg and of their insult?
Your mother was a poodle.
Your mother was a poodle. I say with confidence, I would like to add.
okay. So
It's a
you roll
wit-
1d4.
I don't need to roll. Well, I can roll. the
No, for
1d4,
damage.
but you need to do the wisdom saving throw as well.
Oh, that's a good point.
I have a character sheet question that is about spellcasting.
Yes. Solid damage from a mockery.
It
Thanks,
seems
sir.
to flinch at your, the lash of your words, but it still kind of throws itself at the door, continuing to
Perfect.
scratch away. Okay, so that's your turn. That's its turn, and it's now up to Namfoodle.
Am I not supposed to be able to move my character right now?
You should be able to move your character on your turn.
Let's see. No, I don't think it's turn anything. Can you not, like, was it overlapped with
Yeah, you're
something? So if I
moving it,
throw you
right?
down here, can you
I
not click
cannot
it?
select it.
Oh, are you on the wrong thing? Are you
Oh,
on the ruler?
Yeah, that's my bad. Okay.
All right, there we go.
Don't jump. Master Nim.
Okay. In my character sheet, I have spells tab, and there are numbers for each spell level. I think the left one is supposed to be my spell slots. I don't know what the right one is.
So if you remember, wizards have. So I think it's supposed to be the maximum you're allowed, and then the number you've cast that day.
Okay.
Right. So yours. Let me open up your sheet. Close for distance. Yeah. So you can cast a maximum of 2 first level, and you've cast 0 so far today.
Okay.
So you're just going to increment the 0 every time you cast something.
Got it. All right. I decided to pull up the ladder and wait. First I say, do you guys need any help over there?
Just shoot the dog.
Shoot the dog?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're really sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe a werewolf though.
You're not quite tall enough to see all the way over the parapet, and your little
Fucking
fireball
no.
kind of shoots off and hits the roof over here.
Did it catch fire?
It's smoldering a little bit, but it has not leapt into flame yet. No.
Boy.
Are you going to set this entire town on fire, Gnome?
Don't be
Did I get it?
No,
You got
missed it.
something. Got the
I'm
building.
shaking my hand.
So it's the other
Shit.
war's term. This wolf beast back here, it is more than happy that his companion has kind of run off, and it is just tearing into to whatever it is over there with gusto.
Announces with great pride, I knew this was a good idea.
Can I ask how much of the nummy is left?
That's
The
a good
what?
question.
Whatever it's eating.
I mean,
How much left?
You could roll me a perception if you wanted, Mr. Nampoodle.
Yeah, I'm not doing
There's
well.
a lot of red, but there's plenty of not red. Right, so there's definitely like some blood spatter. This is probably not even red.
No, that's
this is
brown.
red.
That's poop.
Yeah, there we go.
There
There's
we
a
go.
lot
Yeah,
of red, but I
that's
mean, there's definitely
extremely
some
red.
kind of fleshy thing in the middle of it still. It is not done
Okay.
yet.
Guess
All right,
it's
so
my
we're
turn.
around to Turan. Yep. So vicious mockery. Hold on one sec. That is a cantrip too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If it failed the saving throw, it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
So let's see, what do I have?
So actually, I will put. What is a good status effect for disadvantage?
There's a sad face.
I think
Yeah, I'm
that's-
thinking the sad face, right? There we go.
Oh, yeah.
It is now sad faced.
So for my action, oh no, I'm not going to do that because that might be a bad idea.
It probably is a bad idea.
If your first instinct is usually a bad idea, let's think, what would Tyrann do? Okay, so I'll just use Vicious Mockery again. And I'll say that he doesn't know this because he can't see colour, but he's actually bright pink.
And what is your spell DC? Hold on. So under spells, it says spell DC up at the top. Okay, so 13.
Yeah, it's 13.
Okay. It is very intent at just knocking down the door right now.
Yeah. But
Exactly.
Like, even on half damage, if I roll a 1 for damage, it still takes 1 because it can't take 0.5 damage, right?
Correct.
So 1's probably the optimal roll there,
Although
if it's succeeding.
no, but it's not taking half damage. It has to succeed or it takes damage and has. Says nothing about half.
That's fine. I must have misread it then.
Yep. Okay, so that's your turn. Reverence.
I'm still not sure what the hell you guys are trying to achieve here, but I'm not
Shoot the
letting
wolf.
this. I'm not letting this thing kill you. So I'm going for Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
It's 1d10 force damage, so I just roll 1d10.
So why don't you actually describe what it looks like? Because like some of these people, I mean, an arrow and a firebolt make complete sense, but an Eldritch Blast, some of these people don't really know what that looks like. So
it's a beam of crackling energy that strikes down a creature within range of 120 feet. So pretty much like a lightning bolt.
So I think I can actually click this and it shows it to people. No, it doesn't actually.
I
do
see
the
it.
description.
It's because it's set up as the damage rather than
Oh yeah, hold on.
description.
You can click on it in the spell sheet, and that will actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's pretty much that.
So she leans over and go ahead and roll it. All right.
Solid damage.
All right.
Do I
so
already know that she's a warlock?
Yes.
I imagine we probably know.
So
that
you
Straw's a warlock. We don't know what Straw's character sex is, though, because that's a point that Straw's made a very clear to everyone.
There's a
It's
thing.
very clear.
So
Yeah.
how do you do this? You're going to be doing this, but why don't you describe it a bit more?
I want to just walk over to the ledge of the, because we are on the top of the tower at the moment, right?
Yep, and you have the gnome who's kind of like standing on his tippy toes and shot his fireball high.
I'm going like a little bit to the right from him, not to damage him by any chance. To lean over, take aim, and shoot the dog as they're asking me to.
Oh, doesn't she have to
And
make
I
a?
mumble something about animal cruelty. Meanwhile,
Doesn't she have to make a D20 roll for the
Nope.
range spell attack?
There are no
Make a
attack
range
rolls
spell
for Elder
attack
Splat.
against the target. It's
Mm.
literally written right there.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay.
oh, it is.
Roll roll 1d20.
And then add your spell attack bonus.
I think for damage, she's supposed to roll a 1d10.
I'm gonna just roll that.
And then
Yep.
so at the top of your spells page, it'll say spell attack bonus. I mean, I'm pretty sure that hits anyway, but
Sorry, I just had to see if that would work.
On top
Yeah.
of
No,
my.
she hits it
yeah.
straight on. The scent of kind of singed flesh reaches your noses.
Smells good.
No, it kind of smells really bad.
I'm a
It
dragon.
does smell horrible.
You are a
Smells
dragon,
good
right?
to
Maybe you
me.
like your food cooked. All right, all right.
Do I know that was a warlock spell?
Why don't you? Well, it's not your turn, so no, you don't.
Okay.
All right, so it's Volando's turn now. It's
Is
gone.
it still alive?
It is still alive.
Bloody hell, this dog. Sorry, werewolf. Won't go down.
I mean, we can just call it a dog. Do you like dogs?
Dags.
Just shouting over.
I shoot at the
Soon.
werewolf.
All right, yeah, you lean over and shoot it straight down. I guess. Like, what are you
Yeah.
aiming for here?
I lean over the edge and, well, it's kind of hard with the longbow, I guess. Shouldn't have shot actually. Well, I lean over the edge and shoot him as.
Okay.
I'm not gonna aim like specifically at its head, just like general torso area, like in the center of it.
Smart. You want to use it as food.
All right, roll damage for it. That does hit.
Get lost, pupper.
Your shaft takes it kind of near the back,
Oh, yeah.
and you must have hit something because it collapses on the ground.
Hey, well done.
We got
It
it.
throws itself one last time. It was mid leap against the door, and it just kind of like as it's right up against it, it just expires.
I lean over and say, "I'm sorry, Mr. Werewolf."
I don't think it's a werewolf.
Did we win?
So,
All right, so that's
Wizard said it might be.
it's Namfoodle's turn now. Yeah, if you want to roll a quick int
Arcana?
check to identify, Arcana to identify what
technically, we're
just
not actually in
flew
combat
past
with
you.
the other one, right?
Yeah, you're pretty sure that wasn't lightning bolt or anything like that. You've seen some people do that before, so this was definitely kind of
That was
not
some
your
weird shit.
typical wizardy spell. You
Technically, we're
identify
not.
it as Elder's Blast, yeah.
Are we still in combat because that other
Yep.
wolf's not fighting us in any way? hasn't even noticed us.
It hasn't been its turn yet. This turn.
I exclaim, "You're a warlock!"
I look at you in disbelief, kind of bored.
I mean,
Well,
I
yes.
I thought you were spooky. I just
Giggle.
okay. Okay.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, just spooky. Spooky's cool.
It would be kind of menacing because Reverence has black eyes and shit.
All right. So are you doing anything? You're still gonna be hanging up out there.
I jump up. I try to jump up and hang from the parapet, and I say, "Did we win?" Because I can't
shoot
see
the other one.
anything.
Got it
Shoot
mighty
the other
good.
one.
Shoot the other one.
Yeah,
What other one?
there's another one down there.
Can I like climb up on the skier?
Oh Christ! He's gonna fall from the fucking tower.
Want to do?
What?
What
Hey,
did you
guys,
want
go
to
on.
do?
I need to figure out what the fuck did my grandma just did.
I
You
just
go
need a
on,
lift.
I'll
I
be
need to
back
get up a
before
little bit
you do
higher.
things.
Can I climb up on the skier?
I just wrote in my notes, Nim climbing, question mark, question mark.
Sure. Why don't you give me an acrobatics?
Oh God.
Would it not be athletics for climbing?
So as you're stepping on it,
Okay.
you manage to hit the release switch, and the gear starts spinning under your feet, and you kind of slide a little bit. But yeah, you manage to get on top of it, and you have a little bit more height to see down.
Okay, I very carefully try to aim at the warg.
Whilst he's slowly rotating.
And I cast a spell.
All right, so hold on, that's to 120 feet, right? Which is much less. Yeah. All right, roll damage.
Come here, sorry.
How do I roll damage? That no.
Nope, that's
Oh, you
revealing
click
it.
firebolt.
That's
Click firebolt.
Like it firebolt in that
underneath the
little
thing.
text is a link.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, in the chat it says 1910, 120
Oh.
feet, firebolt +4. You just click
Stop. I got
firebolt.
no.
Making sure you
now-
click
now-
on the one for your roll.
Yay!
Yay.
+4 fire. All right.
Okay. Did I
Good
hit?
news. Yeah, I think you hit it this time.
It so it's there worrying whatever it is, and suddenly a bolt of fire kind of hits whatever it was eating, and it, you scorch its nose, and it just like leaps backwards from what it was eating at, and
I
looks
thought it'd be
over.
tastier if it was cooked.
Thinking.
So that your turn?
I think that's all I can do. I moved.
Yeah.
And
Well, you
I
can
took an
move,
action.
but I just want to.
I thought
make sure
climbing on the
I'm not
gear was a
speaking.
move.
Fair enough. Okay, so this large beastie now kind of blinks a little bit and just starts leaping over the food and running after its companion, and jumps up on top of this boulder that was sitting pretty close. And it's going to attempt to jump up onto this area.
Well, you guys look fucked.
And
No
it hits
shit.
the top, and it's kind of scrabbling. It doesn't manage to get all the way up, but it's scrabbling right up at the top there.
If only you had
And
some melee.
that
people
is
on
the
top of that
turn.
tower. Okay, let's see. What can I do? What will help my friends in this situation? Okay, enough. Thunderclap will not help. That will only knock Vol from the top of the tower. That would not be a good idea.
Okay, so yeah, it's Tehran's turn. I mean, you just seen it run over. You don't have a lot of time to act here.
Yeah, I will
This is
cast
not
Animal
thinking time.
Friendship.
You're gonna try animal friendship.
Now
doesn't
you
work
fucking try
properly.
to make friends with them.
Let me copy and paste it for you because it's not linking properly in the chat.
I don't like it. It's attacking us, not you.
Yeah, but if it's charmed by me, it's not going to attack anybody.
Okay, give it a go. I prefer that to animal cruelty.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Yep. So it does a wisdom check. And so what is animal friendship like for you? Like what is this spell? Like you run over to the side of the parapet and blank.
I just shout, "Let's be friends!" Very
Why
loudly.
can't we be friends? Okay. It glances at you from the corner of its eye and continues to scrabble at the top of the parapet.
Well, good luck, team.
All right. It is Reverence's turn.
Well,
Spell
see,
slot's gone as well, by the way.
since now we're fucked, I guess, again with the Eldritch Blast, I just want it off. And since it one already was attacking us till its death. I don't think this one will give up either way.
Okay. So
Oh.
you sense a primitive, angry nature.
Yeah, I do. If this one is going for us, I cannot risk anybody, including me, dying in this encounter. Also, my patron's kind of pulling on my ear. So I'm getting even more annoyed. I want it over with.
Okay. So what do you do?
I walk over to the closest to the creature I can,
Okay.
and I take a look back if I won't harm by any chance, or if the chance for harming John is small enough. I look back at him, look back at the beast, stare at it for a little while, mumble something about animal cruelty again, and shoot down. So that's
Okay.
1d10 and 1d20, right?
So you do, yeah, no. So you want to roll the attack first. So the 1d20 plus etc. Hold on, let me actually open your sheet again.
-5.
So you should be able to, if you just click Eldritch Blast, I think, in your attack and spell casting
Let
on
me
your
take a
core
look.
page, kind of in the middle. I think that'll do it right.
Okay, let's hope.
So we'll have to revisit to make sure. Because you
Plus
should be getting
damage.
a +1 to it. It should be 1d20 plus 1 at least.
You just type roll d20, 1d20 plus 1.
Yeah.
So that was the attack.
No, that was the damage.
Yeah, the damage. No, yeah, you're right. That's weird. Okay.
Just
Oh, you
fucking
critical.
critted it.
All
Yeah.
right. That's swell.
What are we doing for
So
crit
critical hit
sinners?
on. That's a good question. I don't actually remember if you can crit on spell casts.
I'm pretty sure you can. It just doubles the dice, right? It doubles the damage dice. So she got a 7, it would be a 14. At least from what I remember in the rulebook.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true, but let me just make absolutely certain here. Damage and healing.
Well, there's no attack roll for.
No, there is for.
There is
that
for some
one.
Oh,
spells.
Okay, well,
For this
okay.
one.
Yeah, I'm almost positive there isn't for spells, to be perfectly honest. So
Yeah,
I'm
but that's
gonna.
because spells don't have an attack roll.
Well, that one does. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
some spells.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. None of my spells will have an attack roll. They'll have a saving throw.
Right, but hers does.
Right. So it's actually an attack. It just happens to take the form of a spell.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. We'll allow it this time. I'm gonna have to make a note to double check that.
I don't see anything about criticals
Sure,
with
it just
spell
comes
casting.
under critical hit.
Don't worry about it. Okay, I've made a note.
Fine.
So yeah, why don't you narrate it? So you walk over, you see that Nim is off to the side. That's all fine, and you see this kind of slavering maw over the parapet,
Oh,
and I'm thinking you're hitting it straight in its mouth.
okay. I like it.
All right. It's you hit it. It actually is flung backwards from that. And it's going to be taking additional damage from the fall. How do I
Perfect.
not tell you what it is? Okay, it falls back and with a soft thump, because again there's this clanging over to the side. It lands to the side and kind of like it's appears to be stunned, lying on the ground. It's not quite dead, but it is prone. It's lying down and it is not looking in a good way. It's got some back pain.
I frown at the sight. I'm not happy with what I've done. I am too fond of some creatures to just outward hit them.
Okay. So that's your turn, Valandel.
Good shitting, lad. I'll finish it off.
Point of order, did the Charm Beast fail?
I missed.
Okay. Why did you miss?
Oh.
What went wrong here?
I got too excited. I saw it lying on the ground. I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish this one off too. Get some tails for the tavern later. Get some ladies. And I missed. Got too excited. Hand was too shaking. That one too many sweat in my eyes.
Alright. It's on to Nim then.
Okay, so it fell.
It is currently, yeah, it's back on the ground, but lying on its side. It appears to be stunned.
Okay. All right, I take a running leap and I jump and grab onto the edge of the parapet, point my hand down, and point a finger at the wolf and cast Firebolt.
That hits. Roll us some damage.
Uh,
2.
By the way, how are we
Alright.
doing? Roll. So okay, so it's rolling twice for the attacks, and
It always rolls
it's
with
So yeah,
that.
you always, if it's a regular attack, you always take the left number. If it's advantage, you take the higher of the two, and if it's disadvantage, you take the lower.
Okay, just wanted to clarify the not advantage disadvantage situation.
Yep. Yeah, you hit it. For some reason, you again hit it in the snout. You seem to have a I don't know what your fascination with its snout is, but it kind of blinks and refocuses its eyes and kind of glares up at you from its side. Is that the rest of your turn?
I think so. Yeah, I think it has to be.
Okay. So it gets up, kind of stands back up. Let me get rid of that back pain on lying on the ground status effect. And it's going to try and leap up one more time. And it kind of hits and is again scrabbling up at the top.
Okay.
But it doesn't manage to get all the way up. So it's kind of scrabbling once more right up at the top.
Is it my turn then? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna slide down the ladder.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna,
you're sliding down the ladder.
I'm gonna pick up the chair.
Okay.
I'm gonna carry it back to the top of the ladder.
What do you
You
guys do
tired
this? All right.
already?
Yeah, that's give me a acrobatics. It's not going to be a hard DC, but you're carrying something up a ladder that's kind of clumsy here.
Fucking crit.
You scramble up that ladder one-handed like it is.
And does all that count as just
Stairs.
movement?
Say what?
Picking up a chair isn't exactly taxing, so is that all just movement?
Yeah, that can
Okay.
be movement. If you want to
I
still do
throw
an
the
action,
chair
that's fine.
at the dog.
Okay. Roll me a ranged attack, and it's going to be 1d4 damage for a...
So just a d20 plus.
Improvised throwing weapon.
Yeah, and you're not getting proficiency for it.
Just is it plus dex or strength or?
Yeah, plus dex.
Can I make a character that has proficiency in chair throwing?
I mean, I feel like we should be able to figure it out.
Well, that was not a good throw, guys.
All right, so
I
what
just
happens?
toss it
It's
over
not going to
the
hit, but I'm going to let you decide what happens.
I'm gonna toss it over the edge and try and hit the wolf, and because it misses, it just sails past it and then smashes right next to it.
All right, so we have what, like a shattered chair, like
Shattered
over
chair.
here.
I'm like, well, I tried.
All right, draw in some shattered chair there while it's Reverence's turn.
Maybe you were still glowing from how greatly you climbed the ladder.
Yeah, I was just
He had a little
distracted.
too much momentum, right, running up. All right, it is your turn, Straw.
Like looking at the chair in disbelief. What were they trying to achieve with that even?
Hey, if that chair had have killed it, it would have been really impressive.
I hit it with a crit. What do you expect to do more with that? Like it's a goddamn chair.
That's not a thing that exists in real.
But what are you doing now?
First, I just look at the chair with disbelief. Then I regain my consciousness and I see the beast still up on its legs. I want to put it out of its misery.
Okay.
So I will go. Screw it again, Eldritch Blast. I just want it out.
All right, so it's 1d20 plus...
D20 plus 1.
All right,
Okay.
that's gonna hit it.
I lean over to be sure I can actually look at it. And that I actually hit it and I shoot down. Hoping
Okay.
I will actually finish it off this time.
And roll damage.
It was... Which one was it? Okay, this was this one.
I think it was
Then-
what, 1d10, right?
Okay. It's gonna take a while, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Fuck my life.
Again, like you smash it right in the face, and it falls back once more, lands on the ground, and this time it does not move and is expired.
Good job, lads. We
So
got
you
them.
guys are now out of combat, and you don't have to be kind of beholden to turns. So
What
what
you were
do you guys
saying?
do?
Good job. We got them. I
So
climb down.
Yeah, we both will probably climb down out of the tower now.
Okay, so you guys actually are still in the tower.
Okay.
When you go to push the door open,
Oh.
you realize that the warg is kind of
So,
fallen right up against the door, and it opened outwards.
not to metagame, but if we're pushing the door, why couldn't it push the door past the chair?
No.
Why did we block an inside?
Blocked it.
Why do we block the door inside? If it's...
That's fair. All right. You opened the door and step over the door. It was going to be fun.
That's one big ass werewolf.
It would have been a really fun situation, Uno.
You're
with the
right.
logic.
You're right. I should not have let you shove up the door. No, it makes more sense if it opens, Edward.
I want
Come
to go
down,
out.
Astrid, Nim, and Lad.
Clang, 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 clang.
Those things were big, and I think there's more of them, and I'm not coming down.
I'm pretty sure they would have attacked us regardless of whether we started that fight. I'm going to point that out right now.
Come, let's check that banging noise.
I'm going to say let's not rush into anything. Let's be careful.
Okay.
And if we need a loud noise, then I will make a loud noise. That's something I'm very, very good at.
I want to go check the carcass.
Meant the bells.
Yeah, let's check these monsters over, see if they might have anything. I imagine not, because they're wargs. Where are they going to carry gold? But
Yeah, so I mean, you can poke and prod them a bit. I mean, their muzzles are still incredibly bloody from whatever it was they were eating. Their wounds, of course, are bleeding, but yeah, you're not seeing much. You do notice that they have what do appear to be harnesses on their mouths, so it does appear that they are
someone has ridden
somehow
them in.
domesticated.
Can we check to see if we can tell what might have ridden them based on the size of the harnesses?
Sure. Why
Is
don't
it not,
you
it's not
roll
like a
me
saddle,
an
it's
int?
just a harness, or...
Yeah, no, just a saddle. Sorry, just a harness.
Oh, that's a save, but it'll do.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, you think something humanoid could have ridden on the back of this thing, but you can't really tell.
Pretty sure
Size.
these are mounts.
Can we look at?
Shall we have a look at the boulders before we go any further to see what could have caused them?
They're
Yes,
boulders.
yes. Let's look at the boulders.
Pretty sure Nim would enjoy that. Oh, we got him
Nim-
out of the tower.
Nim slides down the ladder and
Please
runs
make him do a
straight
check
to
for that.
the boulder right
Just
here.
straight to a boulder? Okay.
Yeah, because he
Please make
skips
it.
over the gross one.
Please make him check for sliding down the ladder.
Right, what kind of boulder is it?
It seems to be a rock.
It'll be fine.
This is definitely a rock.
A massive rock. It's about 3 feet in diameter. As you kind of poke and prod it, it is not moving at all. You kind of estimate it to be, I don't know, a few 100 pounds at least. I mean, it's almost as tall. Well, actually, you're a gnome, right? How tall are gnomes?
About
Less than 3 feet.
Yeah, I think it's taller than you are. I mean, this thing is absolutely massive. As you look around the base, you do notice that it appears to have fallen straight down. There's no kind of drag mark to indicate that it came from a specific direction.
Is he informing us of this as he's learning it?
So yeah, I mean, it looks like this should have come in from like a trebuchet or something, but there's no, it didn't roll in here, it didn't skid into here. What's the deal?
That probably sounds like a caster.
I don't know. Rock fell from sky. I misspoke.
Are you a wizard that can drop rocks? Surely
Me?
that's a thing someone could do. It's not beyond the realms of